Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Scott Salvi back again with another video. We're gonna try something new. I know I don't normally do a lot of unboxing and product review videos. However, I'm gonna start trying to get a little better at it. The more I do, the better they're gonna get, obviously. So don't forget to leave your comments and suggestions down below, the content you like, and I'll try and make those in the future. So I got a special delivery today, as you guys can see. It's a new Sony box. You can see right on here. Cinemaline FX30, new camera. Today's new camera day. So as you guys know, I've been shooting music videos and some commercial content, and I also do a lot of social media long form, and now we're getting into some short form content. So I'm gonna need a good backup camera, another B cam or an A cam, depending on what the job requires. So I wanted to open it up for you today, show you a little bit about the camera, what it looks like, how I'm gonna put it together. I'll do a much more in-depth video of this camera about how I plan to use it and rig it up so it suits my needs better and how I like to shoot. So let's get started. I do have another camera above right here, so you guys can see what I'm actually doing. And if you notice I look up every once in a while, it's just to make sure that that camera is seeing everything that it's supposed to see. So we're gonna open this box up first, show you what's inside. On this side we've got another USB-C cable, all the paperwork. Everyone reads this paperwork, right? Maybe. Put that aside. So you may or may not know, most of Sony's newer cameras do not come with chargers anymore. They want you to charge everything with the USB-C cable. However, this is a USB-A to USB-C, so it'll probably be slow. I do have chargers for the Sony F100, I think they're F100 batteries, and I'll be using those. There is the camera. There it is, you guys up top can see. I'm just gonna flip it around. There's a lot of things that make this camera a Cinemaline camera. Those of you that don't know what that is, this camera is Sony's lowest end Cinemaline camera. However, it does share a lot of things with the much more expensive, easily twice as much, the FX3, which is a full frame camera, and this is APS-C, which is a smaller sensor. What else we got in here? Oh, there's the battery right there. Yeah, the Z100 battery. I do have several of these. I suggest if you plan on buying extras, spend the money on the Sonys. There is an update, I don't know if it's on this camera yet or not, that will remind you that non-Sony batteries could damage your system, could cause some problems. And also, from what I've been reading online, I haven't experienced this with my other cameras, but when you use a non-Sony battery, it doesn't show you the battery level anymore. It just shows you full, half, or empty. It doesn't give you like a, 43%, 66%, 88%, whatever. So just be wary of that. I don't believe that they work a whole lot different, but I would much prefer using Sony batteries whenever I can. All of my cameras have at least one, if not two, of the original Sony batteries, and then a couple of spares just in case. However, more often than not, I am running my cameras all rigged up, which most of you have probably seen on my social medias. I'll show a bunch of pictures of my camera, how it's rigged with a big V-mount battery on the back. That powers the monitor, the camera, microphone, anything else that I have attached to the camera. That V-mount battery powers it all. So that looks like about it. So we've got, I'm gonna put this back in because I do have a ton of cables and I will not be using it. And we have put all the paperwork back in. I'll be sure to register this. I did put the battery in. I'm not going to start it up yet because I do want to get a lens on it and go through the setup and make sure that I have the latest firmware, which includes some updates that I would really like to use. One of those updates being a shutter angle. Instead of doubling your frame rate, which is a rule of thumb to get proper motion blur, this will give you a 180-degree shutter like most cinema cameras, which means anytime you change the frame rate, your shutter automatically changes to the right speed. There are a couple of other things on this camera that I really like are the flip out screen is great. I don't know exactly how many colors are on this. I will probably post it somewhere around here. It's a much better screen than my much more expensive A7 IV. It's even a better screen than the double priced FX3. So I like that the screen is really good. Although I will be posting photos of this when I rig it all up with my Portkeys monitor that I plan to use with this. The Portkeys monitor that I use is 7-inch, and it also includes wireless touch to focus, which means I can touch the monitor and focus on the screen instead of using this little tiny screen to do that. There's also a fan built in. See the portholes here? And there's portholes on the side here. There's a fan built into this camera. This camera does not overheat. As you know, we live in the Miami area. I shoot in Miami, I shoot in Orlando, I shoot in Tampa Bay. It's very hot in Florida, it's very humid in Florida. Cameras overheat if you do long form content. Anything over like 30 minutes, my A7 IV has a problem with. My ZVE10 won't last more than about 20 minutes in the sun in Miami. However, I've been seeing a lot of people that shoot with FX30s and FX3s, and because they have a fan built in, they'll just keep going until they run out of battery power or memory cards. So that's another reason why I got this camera. I also got, this is a small rig top handle with a NATO rail on it, and this is a small rig cage. So the cage will mount to the camera and protect it, and also allow me to mount other items to it, like the handle, the V-mount battery, mounting quick release plates to the bottom. I know there's one on here, but it allows me to use different holes and mount it off center if I have to. So that's what I got for you today. I know it's a nice quick short video, but I wanted to get something out there just to show you guys that I'm working on this. I'm working on getting a better studio set up for doing content, and hopefully you guys like what you see. And like I said, don't forget to leave a message down below of maybe where you're watching this from, what type of content do you like to see, maybe some things that you think I can do better, and hopefully we will see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Sony FX30.